Hey everyone, remember when the RTX 4090 was a cutting-edge CPU? Well, rumors of the monstrous RTX 5090 have started to emerge, and it got me thinking, is it time for an upcycle? Let's find out. If you're new to the Sad Boy Social Club, welcome. Feel free to like and subscribe to get the latest tech news, tips and tricks. Let's get started. When I first unboxed the RTX 4090 back in October of 2022, I think it was 2 days after the card actually launched, I was excited, beyond excited. Now, I was still in recovery from selling one of my kidneys to be able to afford one of these cards, but it was worth it. Going from a GTX 1080 Ti to an RTX 4090 is a massive leap in graphical performance. Considering that everyone had difficulties getting their hands on one of these cards in the beginning, I was very lucky. NVIDIA GeForce Experience sent over an email or a notification telling me that I was in queue or had the privilege to get one of these cards. So I just couldn't say no. After signing the papers to sell my organs, I managed to accumulate a lump sum of 1,950 euros, which was pretty much the price of the card at that time. Jokes aside, this is a lot of money. But it is worth the performance. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of the card just because this video is supposedly more about the new one coming out, but I just quickly want to recap my experience on the card. Being an early adopter to one of these technical gadgets has its perks, but also its cons. Cons definitely being that you are going to run into issues. As we all know, the RTX 4090 had problems with the power management and the cables melting, and I was one of these customers. Luckily, I was quickly resupplied with a new card, and I chose to go with one of the modded cables from Cable Mod to avoid burning down the whole house. Performance-wise, I was very surprised. Most of the games ran perfectly fine. To my notice though, that whenever I had DLSS turned on, I would get some sort of frame loss in terms of actual frames or jitters within the games. So I preferred playing most games like Flight Simulator here without DLSS, which of course brings down the FPS by quite a bit, and going low as 40. But remember, I am playing this at 4K, so rendering at more than what my screen is actually capable of. Overall, as you guys can imagine, everything ran smoothly until we get into VR experience. Of course, this is me complaining at a very high level. But if you think about it, 2K per eye on a VR headset just isn't enough to give you that real immersive real-life experience. That's why I would like to see FPS getting closer to 90 rather than 45 like in Flight Simulator VR, and having a bit more pixel per eye. This in turn brings even the 4090 to its knees. It is playable, but it is not 100% enjoyable. At least, not for now. Until the rumors of the RTX 5090 started to appear on the web. We are looking at double the performance. So let's get into the topic. Should I upcycle to the next better GPU? The RTX 5090. Now, these are all rumors, so take everything with a pinch of salt, but let's get it right into the specs. I would be lying if I told you I knew exactly what these numbers do or don't do and what it exactly means, but I do know that the performance leap over the older cards seems significant, like always. If we take a closer look at the performance column of the RTX 5090 over the RTX 4090, we can clearly see that there's a double in performance. Most of these numbers are deducted from the industrial GPUs that NVIDIA revealed just a few weeks ago, codename Blackwell. Watching the keynote, I noticed that the power consumption of these chips was way less than the previous Hopper generation. Having a massive leap in performance is one thing, but reducing the power consumption down to 1/4 would be massive for gamer GPUs, especially because the RTX 4090 has been using well over 450 watts power draw. That's if you do not downclock it. If you haven't watched the keynote just as of yet, then I would suggest you doing that. It is very interesting and gives a good insight on what we can expect from the new gaming GPUs coming out towards the end of the year, supposedly. Do keep in mind that it was mostly based off the industrial GPUs and that we were looking at something created more for AI technology rather than for gamers. The main reason for NVIDIA pushing out these cards or the RTX 5090 towards the end of the year is to stay ahead of the game and not have AMD or any other GPU company catch up to them. Here's a short clip of Jensen Huang revealing the GPUs at the keynote.
Blackwell is not a chip. Blackwell is the name of a platform. People think we make GPUs, and we do, but GPUs don't look the way they used to. Here's the if you will, the heart of the Blackwell system, and this inside the company is not called Blackwell; it's just a number, and this is Blackwell sitting next to, this is the most advanced GPU in the world in production today. This is Hopper. This is Hopper. Hopper changed the world. This is Blackwell. It's okay, Hopper. You're very good. Good boy. Oh, good girl. 208 billion transistors, and so you could see, I can see, there's a small line between two dies. This is the first time two dies have abutted like this together in such a way that the two dies think it's one chip. There's 10 terabytes of data between it, 10 terabytes per second, so that these two sides of the Blackwell chip have no clue which side they're on. There's no memory locality issues, no cache issues. It's just one giant chip. And so when we were told that Blackwell's ambitions were beyond the limits of physics, the engineer said, so what?
The keynote is one of the main reasons all these rumors have started surfacing on the web regarding the RTX 5090 and the RTX 5080 and so on and so forth. But what makes this whole thing a bit more realistic is having the YouTube channel Moore's Law is Dead deciphering all these rumors and speculations and confirming them with his superb sources. So if you don't know about this channel, I would highly suggest go checking that out. In his latest video, which was revealed on the 2nd of May, we've gained some more valuable information that the RTX 5090 will be paper launched over at Computex, which is happening, I think, in June, if I'm not mistaken, the 4th till the 7th of June. And that will be definitely getting at least one of the GPU launches this year, so supposedly that would be the 5090. As more time goes by, we'll be able to find out when the 5090 will be launching and whether an upcycle will be worth my yeah, I really don't want to sell another kidney. But if I'm lucky, I would say I think at least the 4090 is selling at a really good price at the moment, so I might jump the gun to sell it and yeah, just add a little bit more of my hard-earned cash to get hold of one of the 5090s. Only time will tell. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and maybe just write in the comment section below whether you will be upcycling your GPU to the next generation or holding on to your kidney to run your own system. Stay healthy, everyone. See you in the next.